on the books, though.
We are at a point where our healthcare system is broken. It needs to be fixed.
Can you please shut
and
up?
that people are not willing to talk about it and admit it.
I'd like it if
there's
you
a
shut
problem
up.
in this country.
I'd love it if you shut up.
That's true.
That's how the podcast is beginning. Thank you.
But you see, remember we were looking for those.
Oh, I know, yeah.
We were gonna get one of Disney.
We were gonna get like a huge one.
Yeah.
It's nice to have everybody in here, dude. Fucking
like
love
it.
it, dude.
I like it.
Supreme Chancellor, how should we proceed?
All right, everybody.
Master Dylan Daniels.
This is the 14th episode of the Here We Are podcast. We got the whole fucking crew in here tonight. We got Callie,
Ryan, look in the
Connor.
camera and Afterlife.
We got John Boy Wild, Double D, Condor, Ryan, Murtaza Ahmed, the Arab, and Matto. And we talked on last week's, or I guess it was, pretty much last week's episode, our last episode, our good friend Patrick James Furleigh passed away really unexpectedly. And we had his funeral today. We all came together as friends.
You gotta cut the music for it.
Had a little.
You went too dark there.
Yeah, it was like you're in a dark
At first I was like,
place,
it's
man.
working, and all of a sudden it's like, dun dun.
Had a little luncheon just to, commemorate him. And so we thought, let's sit the fuck down and cram this little studio full of all our friends and just fucking hang out, talk about Pat a little bit, and just shoot the shit.
Hey, first off, by the way, toast to Pat.
To
Everyone.
Patrick.
Toast to Pat.
To Pat, everyone.
Cheers.
Cheers. Everyone.
I don't
Yeah.
want to hit the microphones. Please be careful with the microphones.
Salute. Pat.
Salute to Patrick. Patrick James Pfur Furleigh.
For sure.
Love that man.
Yeah.
He changed
Me
our
too.
lives in a lot of ways. And in really different ways, too,
Yeah.
I don't know. The way one of the first times I met him was, I was in 9th grade, and we used to hang out, me and Johnny, but not so much, but like, we hit it off.
We hated each other.
Quite a bit.
Yeah. How about?
Hey, no, I don't want to talk about that. That wasn't a past.
No, I'm not talking about it, dude.
No,
It was a major moment of our past.
No, I don't want to
You
talk about
choked me, sir.
No,
You
don't.
choked me and you hurt David Allister after he tackled you.
Okay. Look, okay, so
We
the way I
will remember this moment.
Yes, we will. But the way I met Patrick is through
It
you
was
guys,
war.
and it was actually a really
A
good
war I
moment.
didn't ask for.
It was a really good moment for me to meet Patrick at the time because I didn't used to have a lot of friends, and I didn't really trust anyone. First off, and when I came to the United States, like they accepted me as real good friends, like you guys did.
Why don't you tell everybody where you're from, man?
I'm from Pakistan. I grew up in Karachi, Pakistan. I moved to the United States when I was 12 years old. Come from nothing. A lot of people don't know a lot about me, but I don't know. Got to meet really good friends when I moved to May City, Iowa. I used to live in New York City, and then moved to Chicago, lived in Milwaukee. None of that thing worked out. My family didn't survive. Then we moved to May City, Iowa. Then I got to meet my really good friends here, and so when I met Patrick, it was a whole different I don't know. He was the first guy to actually explain to me what Star Wars was about, and I was talking
Star Wars.
No, I swear to God, that's the crazy thing about it because
That's awesome, actually.
he literally sat down with me, dude, that night. I remember this. He was a junior and I was a senior. I was a sophomore. He sat me down that night, bro. All we did, we ate like pigs, dude. And he tried to explain to me the first Star Wars, the first one we watched, dude. And I still didn't understand. I kept falling asleep. And he's like, Taz, wake up, dude. Wake up, man. Did you know what's going on? I'm like, no, dude, no. I forgot what's going on. And then, I don't know. A lot of good memories with the guy, man. He was a good dude, for sure.
Yeah, man.
I'll definitely miss him because, I don't know. Whenever I was down, he always gave me, a huge hug and then cheered me up, for sure.
The hugs, dude.
Yeah, no, and I miss his laugh, too. Annoying ass laugh. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, my God.
But it felt great to get a laugh from Pat, dude.
It was
You're
always
damn
nice,
it,
bro.
I made Pat laugh. It's alright.
Always nice to hear a guy like him, always smiling, always full of his life,
Yeah, he always had a piece of shit going on his face.
Yeah, we call him Jay Leno.
Everything, yeah. Pat had a lot of nicknames, and I'll probably read that after a little bit here. I'll probably read that little Facebook post I did for anybody that missed it. But Yeah, Pat just had this big shit-eating grin. He was a giant motherfucker, burly. I mean, dude, me and Johnny were just laughing about it. It's like him and his whole family are just strong fucking peasant folk. You know what I'm saying? Like, but dude, before we get on another story about Pat, I want you guys to tell the story about what happened with fucking when you like first met him. Like, what was the story with that? Because that shit's hilarious.
No, I don't want to talk about it because it's dude. No, please.
No, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it.
Please don't. No, it's not even worth it, Johnny.
I mean,
it's not even Johnny. It's not worth it because for the fact that we're gonna miss it. You're gonna bring us some past, dude. Some bad history, you know.
No, but it was a false history put on this man.
It's how they became. It's how you guys became friends.
I know. That's why we became hatred with each other too.
So,
we hated each other.
No.
Fuck that guy.
No. Actually, listen to this stuff.
Yeah. Let's tell a story, dude. It's a good story.
I was bullied in middle school. All right, by very popular kids at Jefferson. It started in 5th grade when I moved to Jefferson.
I have nothing to do with this, by the way.
He actually didn't. This is not.
It was not me,
fault.
dude. They egged me on, dude. I was a kid, dude.
Yes.
That's what's fucked up.
Dude, believe me, that's what I'm trying to say. Dude, that's what I'm trying to say.
I had nothing to do with that.
Dude, I
I'm
know.
sorry about that.
This is how I'm saying. Literally, this is how our friendship formed, dude. So, anyways, I'm sitting at lunch one day. Taz is this new kid.
Doesn't speak a lick of English, dude.
And Taz actually came in with a shine. Like, everyone loved him right away because you're fucking from Pakistan. We're all like, yeah, the Pakistan kid.
Hey, sure, why not?
But, dude,
like
I was being bullied at this point.
I know, that's the sad thing about it.
Alright,
Sorry.
but let's tune this in because I want to get it done with. I was being bullied at this point by, Parker. I'm not even going to name it. A lot of bullshit kids, though. And the Asbury kids, I like to call them.
Yeah,
Fuck them.
The assholes,
bro.
They think they're so good.
Fuck them, dude.
See, no, the worst thing was that people also always thought Eastbrook was terrible too, and I was like,
Nah.
no, it's not.
I've never had a problem with the Eastbrook
Leave me
kids. It
alone.
was the Asbury kids.
I didn't like anybody.
You take that Asbury name and you shove it up your
If you had
ass.
money, I
They
didn't
think they're a
like it.
different city within our city. They're a
If you had
gated
more than 3
community.
bedrooms.
Anyways.
You know, my friend.
All right.
Hated me.
Let's tie this in.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
tie this in. So, dude, essentially, I saw Taz, whatever, never talked to the kid, never said a name about him. They told him that I called him a sand N-word. And all this racist stuff that was never on my mind, dude. I was playing Call of Duty every day of my life.
That's probably where you learned the word.
No, but seriously.
Damn it.
Dude, this kid had never crossed my mind except he was this new kid. I didn't know him. I was bullied all the time. I just wanted to be left alone by a lot of people. All of a sudden, Taz comes rushing into the classroom after lunch, grabs me by the throat and says, I'm gonna fucking kill you for what you said about me. And all the kids are looking at me. And then he leaves, and all the kids are just staring at me like whispering, like, why would you say that about Taz? And I'm just like...
What did I say now?
And then I'm leaving the school,
Oh no.
and Taz bum rushes me out of nowhere, grabs me by the throat, chokes the life out of me. Literally was trying to kill me. Dude, you had some intense,
So,
and I don't blame you because you know what? Taz was used to fuck with me from the bullies.
And you know what?
You were a pawn in their system of
They
fucked up
used me
shit.
because they used me to bully you. That's the
Yes.
fuck, dude. I liked you from the get-go, dude.
Dude,
You never
believe
did
me.
nothing to me.
Dude, believe me, dude. This is not even about Taz. This is about the bullies.
They're a bunch of
They
assholes.
exist.
They egged me on so much. They fucked my head, dude. I was a kid.
Dude,
What
but
do you
anyways,
expect?
then
I'm a
David,
kid.
but
Believe me,
I gotta
dude.
give it to,
Yeah, dude.
I gotta give it to
That's
David
for
Alsher.
yourself.
Let me give David Alsher some
he
credit. I was good friends with David Alsher at the time.
Yep.
He came out of nowhere. I don't even see where he came from and tackles Taz.
No.
Yeah, bro.
And I'm just like, yeah,
I
dude.
can
And
see that.
I wasn't like,
Not
yeah, I was
David
like,
Alsher, big hair.
I was so stunned that
Like,
someone just tried to
yeah,
choke the life out of me.
See, and here's the thing about
And then
Taz.
Taz hit David. David cried.
Taz
He
had-
went to the principal. His mom got involved.
Dude, Taz had that immigrant mentality where it's like you come to America and it's
Well,
kill or be
and
killed.
honestly,
Yeah.
You know
and
what I'm saying?
I see it from Taz's angle. He was told by all these kids who were building them up,
Bunch of assholes.
but they were sucking you in.
Because you're not gonna refuse like
yeah, dude. Someone's
like
gonna talk to
friendship,
me.
you know, and
Exactly.
to just
But the thing is, I never knew who my real friends were from the get-go.
Yeah, right.
It's honestly an interesting look at how fucked up some kids can be.
Yeah.
And then now look at us. We're really close.
And now look at them. They're still scumbag pieces of shit.
And
You always, if you're a scumbag piece of shit at the age of 9, you're a scumbag piece of shit at the age of 32. I don't give a fuck. It's very rare you changed it.
Yeah, there you go.
By
the way, Johnny,
You know,
the day I met you, bro,
if you're trying to ruin people's lives and torment them, you're a
Fuck those kids,
weirdo.
bro. Fuck them. Look at them and look at us. We're so happy. We're not as miserable as they are.
Oh
They're
no,
a meth head?
they don't know how to feel happy. No.
I don't know.
Some of these kids, I don't think they feel happiness. They just feel nothing, but they know how to consume.
they know how to get their jobs and their careers.
I wish
and
I
get
was
their money
joking.
and do
I
what
don't think
everybody
I-
tells them to do. You know.
Because I've encountered the same people, a couple of the same people. They're still assholes. So,
Dude, it's
Yeah.
funny. It's funny with you two
There's
because
something wrong
you
with
guys are like good friends, but every
oh yeah,
year or two you
moment.
get in a fist fight
Yeah.
just to make sure that the friendship, like,
No, bro. We always get in a fight. I
It's
don't know
normally just Taz decking me a few times, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
Dude, no, it's literally because you guys start shit talking each other, and then it like escalates until it's like actual hatred. And dude, I'm always in the middle of it.
I do always probably
One
take
time-
it to that.
Okay, one day he sent me a message. It was literally like an essay long, dude. I couldn't even finish reading it. I'm like, who is this guy, dude? Why is he texting me? Like, what the fuck? I was with my ex-girlfriend at the time, and then she was the one that stopped me from hitting him. Well, me and him, we got each other, and then I actually gave him a black eye. And then,
One of the 4 times?
hey, you actually, yeah.
3 or 4.
That's fucked up, but hey.
I didn't always ask for it.
Dude, I
Yeah,
remember.
he did, dude, because he got
You
my
asked for me to ask for it.
Hey,
by
he
how you
got my
reacted
face.
before I asked
I'm
for
sorry,
it.
I was trying to protect myself. I mean, if you're gonna come at me reckless, I'm gonna hit you right the fuck back, dude. I'm sorry, but
The
You can
last-
solve this right now with a big ass bra.
Dude,
no, dude, that's fucked up.
fuck the podcast. No, the last time you guys got in a fist fight, though, Johnny was being a fucking ornery, and he's like, "Come on."
Yeah, I did it.
And here's the thing, but he was meaning to. He was meaning to. What?
It's a night.
He was meaning to joke
pumpkin
around.
spice.
It's a pumpkin spice
And it was
beer.
supposed to be
Latte.
a pretend fight, and then Taz goes like full
great,
bore
man.
and like tries to like beat his head in.
Yeah, dude.
What-
Well,
the
the thing
world's
is, if you're gonna egg me on,
In my
I don't care who
apartment.
the fuck you are, dude.
Like,
You're gonna egg me on. I'm gonna hit you, dude.
I don't understand it.
Just change.
I'm sorry, but we got alcohol on us, and
But anyway, let's
it's not even worth it.
But let's try and bring it back to Pat here. Does anyone else have a short story or anything they want to share about Pat?
Go ahead, man.
What about you, Matt? You got
Yeah, go
anything
ahead.
that comes to mind?
Hey, yeah, a lot of this you need to delete. A lot of this.
That's the only reason I actually like him.
Why? Nobody
No,
said
dude,
anything
you don't
bad.
This thing
Fucking
is
hard.
not what they believe me, please. For the love
You're
of
not
God,
fucking with
dude.
glue.
Why?
A lot of this thing needs to be
It's
deleted,
gone.
bro.
Like,
I can't
sugar's
delete it,
gone.
man.
No,
That's
when-
all this
when
stuff
you edit
you do
it.
a
I don't edit it.
I think it's good.
I couldn't do that.
Dude,
though.
this is not the type of stuff you're gonna put on a fucking.
Why? This was telling. We haven't said anything. Just about how you guys
I
grew
understand
up.
that, but dude,
Dude,
please,
the
for
thing
love of
is,
God, dude.
the problem,
Dude, a lot of this
the
thing
problem
needs
with
to be cut the
getting
fuck
like
out, dude.
really physically,
Well, dude, why?
like in a
Just
really
please,
healthy,
Whatever,
no,
man.
no,
We'll talk about it
Yeah,
later.
what's up with that? Go
But-
ahead.
you're
Yeah, go ahead.
dedicated like your
Come on,
I'm
man.
like, this is a great start, and then he's like,
never
all that has to be deleted. Like the first 20 minutes. Like, okay.
No,
I always rebound.
Where do you even
looking-
begin with Pat?
And
I
then
don't
in 3
know.
months, you might see me like.
Hey, let's.
hard,
We're
really,
gonna
like-
we're gonna talk about Pat here a little bit.
Yeah.
What do you got to say?
Connor, can you give us a second, please?
Yeah,
Patrick.
Yeah,
Please.
tone it down, dude. The music's great. Thanks to Connor for the music.
I like it at some
Pat,
points. though.
Patrick, you like you
Sometimes
never
it's
met
like
a second
music.
Patrick. Like Patrick was like fucking Furleigh. Patrick fucking Furleigh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's who you put a statue in. Oh,
Dude, you know what's good, dude? You see,
there's a lot of
you
people
see
who
a lot
seem
of
like
people that
a
are
little
like
bit of copies
are,
of
like,
each other.
are,
You're like,
similar.
yeah,
Don't-
You see a lot of people who are like similar in certain ways, their personality and stuff. But like Patrick had like just it was Patrick's personality. Like I never met.
Yeah, he was a complete individual. He was a big fucking shit talker. Always had something smart to say. How about this?
And,
though?
and the fact he didn't really care what he was looked at from the outside.
No, he didn't
Like,
care,
he
dude.
just he was himself. He had probably one of the biggest hearts that I've ever come to know. It's like those you meet those people in your life that like touch you, and like he's just gonna be like forever like in my heart just
Yeah, man.
because the way he was. So
Yeah, you know.
stuff, but
Yeah, that funeral was hard, man. I know, Taz, you were having a real hard time there, man. And you know, I'm just glad like we were all able to like come together like as friends. But and that's like I said, that's why we're doing this. This sort of shit needs to happen more. And like to anybody watching this, like yes, our friend group, like we need to just fucking find. It's so easy to get caught up like with ambition or working hard, or trying to reach a goal or raise your kids or going whatever you got going on. It's so easy to like get caught up in all that, but like you gotta take some time to slow down once in a while and like hang out with your buddies, dude. And it's like I know on my end, dude, I get so caught up like trying to do this podcast and like trying to achieve my dreams that I'm like I put it off and put it off and put it off. But here we are, our good friend died, now we're all meeting up. It shouldn't be like that, you know? Like, it should be, and like I said, this is everybody else listening with your friends and your family. Fucking make a time, one day a month, where it's just like, everybody come out of town on the weekend from their job, and fucking sit and eat food, have a fire, whatever it is.
And can I also make an input that Dylan has made, really, that imprinted on my mind, I think it was you that made it. Your job doesn't really give a shit about, like, in most cases, you spend all this time for your job. The second you're gone, they may not even let your fellow employees out to fucking go to your funeral, and they have someone to replace you almost instantly. So,
we
it's
need
a
to
depressing,
remember
like,
that.
people focus too much on the fucking job aspect of life, and I think it's building up into the current climate of the United States, and not even to get political, but, like, people get too focused on their career and don't spend enough actually like living the life where I don't know.
Yeah, man. And not just hanging out with friends, but like doing what you love and fucking walking in the woods, fishing, masturbating, making love to your girlfriend. Whatever it
Always
is.
something with the sexual input.
Well, sex is part of life, brother. You know? You gotta make time. You gotta not just have a quickie with your girlfriend, you need to make the full-on love. Fucking with the candle wax, right, guys?
This took a turn.
Yeah.
All that stuff, you know.
no.
Don't be afraid to experiment. Anyway, but yeah, do you have any particular?
Let's move past.
Like Matt, do you have?
You know what? I'm gonna just. I need some more coffee. Anyone need some more coffee?
Is it all gone?
Sure.
No, but I mean, do you have like any particular? Does anyone have any particular memory of Patrick that like stands out?
We used to work
This
at
is loud.
Cindy's cleaning together.
Oh yeah, you guys.
None of you ever really worked this in this cleaning. You guys were the low end members of the fucking place. I worked at Cindy's cleaning.
He's not wrong.
I was respecting. I don't even want to talk about you guys at Cindy's cleaning because it was a disgrace. Let's move on. But no, you guys.
all hang out.
It is funny to talk about how
Pretty
we went and
much,
cleaned
yeah.
businesses together.
And fucking
Guys that shouldn't have been together cleaning businesses. Not that we were doing anything bad, but it's just like we slacked.
We fucked
You
off.
guys were the Three Musketeers, like.
Yeah, but it was me.
No, I'll never
It's
forget.
like the bandits in there.
Here's Ryan vacuuming,
Dude.
sucking up the carpet.
Oh, you worked there
And I remember
too?
seeing him like,
Yeah.
Ryan, what are you doing?
No, the vacuum was all fucked up, and I told the
Yeah, but
Ben Buck's mom.
And he's like, oh, it's
well, dude, and not only that,
she's
she
like-
sucks. And
she's
then
like,
Pat was actually
well,
the
just go ahead and
manager.
keep doing it.
It was terrible, dude.
Pat was
Okay.
my boss. How do you think
I
I
know.
fucking felt, dude?
How do you think I felt? I was a daytime member, well above his pay grade when it comes to Cindy's cleaning. Right, I'm going into mansions in Clear Lake.
You're an asshole.
No, dude, it didn't make any sense. The whole night crew did everything
I'm
differently.
cleaning mansions, and you're only cleaning two bedrooms.
No, but dude, I come in, I'm like, Pat's only using like one towel for all this different shit, and I'm like, no, that's not how we do it. We dip the towel after we pour the chemical into the water. Also, what you don't realize is everyone pours the chemical into the water as it's pouring. No. That creates the bubbles.
Yeah. You know
What you want to do is add the chemical after
And
the
this
water
is
is
a salad
filled.
fork, and this is
Yeah.
just a
Why don't you want
fork,
the
and
bubbles?
this is a
I want
shrimp
bubbles.
fork.
No, you don't want bubbles because that doesn't.
I want
it dilutes it. It probably.
Yeah.
It's not gonna
Yeah.
work. It's not gonna be.
But anyways,
I want bubbles, dude.
I'm
Bubbles are
sorry.
what clean it.
Pat was not a great manager at Cindy's Cleaning. I'm highly critical still. I
Dude,
don't
he got a
care.
speeding ticket one day. I was with him.
In the van.
Yeah, bro. Oh, it was so fucking hilarious. So I'm chilling with them. So okay, it's 55 miles per hour. Okay, dude, you're going 70. We're no in a hurry. Dude, we're not supposed to be in a hurry. We're getting paid by the hour.
He wanted to get off.
Yeah, he wanted. Dude, it's 10:30 at night. And Cindy said if we can get done by 10, we can get off at 10:30. We usually get off at 11 at night.
Fuck Cindy.
Yeah, fuck the bitch. Cool. Okay, so
After she left, the business got better. Fuck
it did.
Cindy.
So check
that's
this out.
Cindy's
So,
Cleaning. Yeah.
We're
Callie's in the corner,
on the back highway of Clay Lake, coming back from Clay Lake, from Come and Go to on Taft, again towards Taft, you know.
Yeah.
So he's going 70 on a 55, then from 55 turns to 45. He don't realize it.
He's still going.
I'm like, oh my god, yeah, dude. He had cruise hit on 70. I'm like, oh god, I'm like
In the cleaning van, that's
yeah,
it.
the clean. It's so sad because Cindy was so mad with him, dude. The next morning.
I'm sorry, but I can just picture, like, I can just hear the freaking police scanner. Yeah, I got a cleaning van going 70 and a 45.
Yeah.
Think about how hard those policemen went back and were like, dude, I had to bust a cleaning van.
So
It was
They
funny
fucked up.
because he almost got his license taken away.
It
The
was
cops did it.
oh yeah, didn't he?
He did have the license revoked for.
He did. That was for not being a good boy.
Yeah.
So we won't even talk about. Let's just leave it at that. Fucking,
You want to refill?
if there's more, did you guys make more?
Will you give me water?
We have to make more.
Somebody
We
make
have
more.
to make more? Aren't there, like,
We do that
readers
in
for
rain
that?
upcoming.
Somebody make that coffee, goddammit.
Okay.
We should have had Robbie stay around and serve us and shit. 'Cause he
Robbie had things to do. He had things to do.
He was dressed for it.
Yeah, Robbie's a big shot.
Mr. Walsh.
Everywhere he goes, though, he just looks like a big shot. You know what I'm saying? It's like, fuck you, man.
Yeah, actually, this works
But-
as a welder.
But we love him.
But why was he dressed so nice then?
He didn't get the medal.
Because he's Robbie?
Bro, it's the
I actually feel
funeral,
kinda
that's
bad.
why.
So no, I came straight from work and
No,
I'm
I
wearing
liked
way
looking
nicer
at him, though. He
clothes
was
than
good eye
this.
candy. I was
And I'm
like,
wearing like way nicer
Yeah, he
clothes.
was.
I was gonna wear some
Robbie
nice
felt
too.
special when
I've
he
never
came in. I
liked
was
it.
like, I don't know why. I was
Today,
like, dude, a bunch of people are like, that's Robbie.
Told me. Laura told
dude,
me.
everybody.
I was like, don't fuck up.
He's
Three
a-
people said to me.
He's a
Whatever you
legend. Like, I don't know. Everywhere he goes, he
I
just
straight
like
up was
everyone's
gonna
like.
come from work and I was like, oh,
Nah,
close
I actually
to
reject
that
He
secondary-
texts me.
I
He's
love
like,
that.
don't wear nice.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but I'm
Yeah,
coming
he
from
is.
work.
Dude, Rob is
But I was
literally
like,
Mr.
where's the sweatshirt?
Popular.
And I'm like,
It's kind of
perfect.
bullshit, so when like
I was gonna put on like
he's just
I had like a this
Yeah.
person.
That's what Robbie is,
purple
Robbie.
button.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah.
because we're actually friends with
fake
him.
bullshit can fuck
I
off.
was gonna
dude.
wear.
Yeah,
I like
fuck you.
I get
Fuck you,
pissed off.
Robbie.
Yeah.
Ah.
Where's the coffee?
Where's the
Coffee's
stuff?
right behind you, in that little cabinet.
I've
brother.
domesticated him well, haven't I?
You know, I wish I could smoke a fucking cigar in here, dude. That sounds so good.
No. I've domesticated him well, haven't I? He's
Pretty well.
offering to make coffee.
This is mine.
No, I told him to. I asked him.
No, dude,
Why can't you let me have any of that, like, that
Sorry.
pie for a
I
second?
went to.
You're doing fine.
The band.
You're doing alright.
Shut. You're doing fine.
He's got
No,
a.
actually, Callie, you're doing a
The
terrible
thing,
job.
the thing about Matt is though he's got a fucking rebel streak in him.
Oh, no, because he'll be like,
I
yeah,
was
here's
like,
your
fuck you,
coffee,
dude.
and
But-
like,
Yeah, he'll be a
it'll be
shithead about
empty,
it.
or
I
it'll
get
be
it. He
like
was trying to get
coffee
laid.
grounds.
Yeah.
And he'll be like,
Because he's
He'll
like,
be a little
he's
fucking
not the
shit about
original
it.
he
singer.
will. I love him though.
Still pissed me off.
Nothing,
I was
dude.
like, dude, you're
Nothing,
a
man.
dick.
It's fine.
Keep making
I gotta take a
Yeah,
leak
get that
here.
coffee.
I'll be
Back to the
right
kitchen.
Yeah, dude. I think since everybody's kind of dissipating here a little bit, I'm gonna take this time to like, hey, fuck you, man. Hey, this is my house, my podcast studio.
Don't even do an ad, dude.
I'm not doing an ad.
Alright, I was gonna be like, you son of a fucking cunt.
I'm not doing an ad.
No one
Anyways,
to Dylan's mom.
to support our podcast, go to bingleystees.com.
Seriously though,
I'm
when
just
you
kidding.
say something like that, I guess it can seem bad.
What are you talking about?
I
Doing
said
that?
son of a cunt. But I was
Why?
also saying no offense to your mom because I actually like your mom. I'm
Yeah,
just
don't-
saying
Yeah, my mom's a nice lady. She's a
your
fucking
mom is a
savage.
nice lady, but your son's a cunt.
You gotta come hang out one of these times. She's a savage.
That's what I meant.
Anyway, so everyone's kind of like
I'm coming back.
smoking and fucking
Hold
making
on,
shit.
can
I don't know
I
what happened.
interrupt real quick again?
What do you want?
To tell you, you need to shut your mouth.
Okay.
Well, hold
So-
on, hold on.
Yeah, I'm gonna read something about Pat. Can we do that, or is that not gonna be a
Is
thing?
that I didn't realize we were doing that right now. No.
Yeah, I'm gonna just, since everyone's kind of like, there's a little lull in the conversation.
Well, this became a serious moment.
So I just wanted to read this about Pat. A lot of you guys who listen, you probably saw it on Facebook here, but for those of you who didn't see it, I just want to read it. So this is a memorial to Pat. Probably take this nicotine gum out, huh? I've seen a lot of posts with pictures of you, with so many memories we shared together. Raising hell, getting silly, being absolute savages. There were so many times you were my number one running man. I see these pictures from the past. I see these posts of people's experiences with you. It's amazing how many people you've touched over the years. How many times you brought happiness and merriment to a room. Pat, my brother, I'm going to miss you the rest of my life. I can't help but want to be mad at you. To call you up and be like, Patrick, what the fuck? You can't just be dead. What sort of dumb bullshit are you on? But it is what it is. Moments like these really flesh out the absolute absurdity of life. Remind us of just how finite this little window of waking consciousness really is. But I'm not going to turn your death into an exercise in philosophy. I'm just going to take it in day by day and try to remember who you were and be happy for the chapters you played in the story of all our lives. I will fondly remember your vigorous ability to dish out bullshit. I can't believe I'd ever admit to missing your rambling stories or your uncanny ability to take forever anytime we came to pick you up or do anything with you. I'm a bit pissed about that last one. If you would have hurried your ass up from time to time, maybe we'd have a few more lines of bullshit and memories of your exploits to mull over. If whoever mans the gate up there is giving you a hard time about coming in, I'm sure you're up there pleading your case, making reasons and explaining why, from your point of view, you ought to be let in. I'm sure in the end, they'll let you in just to shut you up. And I'm glad for that. You deserve to lounge up in paradise with a big comfy chair, a nice rum and coke, and a bird's eye view of every sporting event you could ever imagine. Dolce far niente, brother, the sweetness of doing nothing. Of that you were undisputed master. You may have had the biggest heart of any man I ever met, even though you were always a savage little shit talker who had no shortage of smart shit to say. Despite that, you had a capacity of love for your friends that none of us could parallel. You were always talking smack, but when it came down to the real... Nice.
I'm sorry.
Nice timing for the moment.
Way to ruin the mood, Taz.
Sorry, I had to let it out. My God.
You knew how to care for and love your friends. This was exemplified in your big hugs. A barrel-chested, hairy son of a bitch. You'd see...
Oh, my God. I'm sorry. You could go.
Yeah. You'd see when one of us were sad. You'd listen to us without feeling the need to comment. And at the end, you'd crush us in a big bear hug. That unshaven face as bristly as a boar's hide against our faces. A gentle, murmuring purr coming out of you. You'll be okay. Then a big old hand beating that loving fact into our backs. I don't think I hesitate to say, Jesus Christ, you're crushing me, you big motherfucker, as you hoisted me, a 6'2", 200-pound Nord, right off the ground with one of those infamous bear hugs. They say that people give many names to the things that are important to them. And you, sir, were a man of many names. Pat, Patty, Pfur, Furleigh, Fat Pat, Crimson Chin, Jay Leno, The Moon, Big Bear Pat, Pattywag Give a Dog a Bone. Your passing, as tragic and inexplicable as it was not in vain. In the wake of your death, you've reaffirmed the friendship our crew has shared for the last 20 years. You've reminded each of us that as ambitious, as busy, and as centered around day-to-day as we may be, we must make time to live our lives and love our friends. I know that each of us, with time, will realize this lesson, and we thank you so much for that gift, Pat. And thank you so much for honoring us all with your friendship. We will keep your memory alive, and we will make new memories in your honor. There's so much more to say, but I'll leave it at this, Patty. You were the man. Your personality was a thing of myths. The love of your friends was legendary. You were Patrick Pfur James Furleigh, and you will be sorely missed. Yeah, so now it's gonna get really quiet because we're all sad.
I know, I feel like
But in the spirit of Johnny saying not to do an ad, if you like that writing, check out my Patreon.
I also feel very bad. Dylan just spotted the sad stuff while I'm like mocking him for a second.
Yeah, well, I deserve to be mocked.
Whatever.
You don't deserve to be mocked.
Yes, he does.
I like.
No, he's
Don't
quite
sugarcoat.
eloquent.
Yeah, man.
How
See, that's
dare
why I like Callie.
He's a tyrant.
Takes me seriously.
I do take him seriously. I
Dylan,
told you, he's the only person I've ever been able to have a conversation with when he's completely plastered.
I thought I had.
And he's
have I had
perfectly
good
normal.
Conversations.
Okay, no,
Yeah, but you're
we're
too
not talking
vigorous.
about this. When you are plastered, you cannot form sentences.
Well,
You're like, Callie!
It's so true.
you're really gonna
It's
do
so
it
true. Do you know how many times I've had him come up like, Callie, you don't know, man. And I'm like,
You know what? You know
okay.
what? You know what my favorite thing about seeing drunk people is once, and Taz, you get this a lot, bud.
I know.
Oh, geez.
When they reach a certain level of drunk and then they get the fucking goat eyes. Like,
I can't even just.
and that is not a racial slur.
I know.
It's everybody gets it. Okay, so listen, like when you know what a goat.
It's like slightly left, slightly right.
Dude, they're literally looking at it like they come up to you and they're like, "Hey man, are you fucked up?" And I'm like, "No, I've been sober for 10 months." They're like, "I'm pretty fucked up." and then I'm like, "That's great,
really
bud.
always
I'm
the
glad you're having a good time." They're
I'm
like,
pretty fucked up.
and then that's the end of the conversation after that, you know. So, fuck. What about you, Ryan? We got some dead space. You got anything that comes to mind, particularly when you remember Pat at all?
Speak a little
Played
loud.
a lot of Xbox with the guy.
Yeah, did you?
Hell yeah.
What'd you guys play?
Actually skipped a lot of NIAC classes to just go hang out with him and play some
And
Gears
did
of
you
War.
get your
and
degree?
stuff.
I do remember
And
that.
did you
actually.
get your degree?
No.
Oh, okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, dude, whatever.
You still got stuff going for
You know
him,
what,
though.
though?
Dude, you're a
You didn't
tattoo
get-
artist.
You didn't get a degree, but you got all his memories with Pat because you were fucking off.
Yeah.
So that's great. Yeah, that's great. That
It was a
coffee
great
didn't go
time
too
of
far,
friendship,
did it?
dude. I remember this.
No, it's still brewing.
Oh, is it?
It's so
I
good.
was pouring water in there. It was coming out. I'm like,
You know, we got a lot of stories of Pat that we can't necessarily share here because they're wild as fuck, but we can share a few of them and maybe censor them just a little bit.
One of them was with me and Connor and Ron. We were just talking about it.
Not
So
People are talking right now.
so check this out. So it was New Year's, right?
Make sure you keep it PG. All right.
Oh, it is PG.
13.
Jesus, Johnny, you okay?
Let's get the camera.
I'm fine.
I apologize.
So I gotta wait for Dylan.
Dylan, please get me a wet cloth. A wet cloth. I need
Dylan
to.
needs the one that we were just talking about today.
You know, I called him. That's the problem.
Oh, Jesus.
Was he with us? No, he wasn't.
No.
No, it was
Dylan wasn't
me,
there.
Pat, and him.
Dylan got lucky. I'm missing that one.
Yeah, Dylan.
the bad shit.
Yeah.
He really did. Check this out, Dylan. So yeah, we're at a New Year's party in
Just
Lake
that
Mills, stranded in the middle of no fucking winter, dude.
Oh, is this you guys almost froze to death?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. A major moment in life. This is a friendship history moment.
It is.
And Patrick started it all.
No.
He started a revolt with me, dude.
Did Patrick
All right.
start it? I
That
thought Ted
is-
started
All
it.
right, who's telling the story?
Or you started
Dude, it's an entire story involving all of us.
Tell
Patrick really, it was innocent at first. But I was about to move to Des Moines, and I was like, I had just lost all this weight, and I was like confused with life.
Like, I had lost all this weight.
No, but I was confused with life, and I was like, fuck it, dude.
Lost all this weight.
Then Pat pissed me off, dude. Pat pissed me off because Pat was being this know-it-all. Then we got in this major brawl with each other. I was mostly just hit multiple times by multiple friends.
Let me say this quick.
And I did deserve it. I deserved every hit.
Let me say this quick about Johnny. So my fucking co-host here, John Boy Wild. Look at him. See his face. This guy's been in more fist fights than everybody in this room combined.
The thing is, I've rarely thrown a fist. I mostly just hit.
Because he says shit that's mean as fuck.
Yeah,
If he's in a
dude.
bad mood, I'm gonna.
You hit.
I'm really good at patronizing people.
Yeah, he is.
You know how many times I wanted to hit you?
It's
No,
a
I know.
skill.
I tried to.
It's a skill.
You tried to hit me. You tried to hit me.
He should be like an underground.
I like to give people shit. Sometimes I
You'd be
don't.
good at
realize
it.
it.
You just assaulted him.
Oh, yeah.
I've grown.
Yeah,
I never wanted to.
Oh yeah, no, you're way better. But when we first met, you'd like to sit there. You've egged me on before.
Well,
Everyone eggs
And I was
There's a
like,
fine
everybody
line.
eggs
No,
me
but
on,
there's a fine line where you fuck with people about who they are and whatnot. It's hilarious, and then you go a little too overboard.
Because you're trying to get that one more
Oh, by
laugh.
the way,
I always want that little more laugh.
And then it's like, and then
Instead of a laugh, it's a punch.
it comes out, and then it
Or
comes
we're really
out.
pissed, and it becomes.
Johnny, by the
Yeah,
way.
and then it comes out racial slur,
But I
racial
do want to
slur,
continue the story that
and
we were
then it's
saying.
like, oh, but yeah. So go on with that, yeah.
So, anyways, with the story, I get hit multiple times.
By Patrick.
No, but
No.
I don't really know if it was even Patrick. Pat
It was
started
me and
it.
you. We
think
started
Patrick
fighting
did
together in the
fight.
back
No.
seat.
No, that's the thing. Pat never hit me. but he started it.
Yeah.
Taz and Ryan ended it.
Did you hit him?
I don't know why Taz
He
and
dragged it.
well, the
Yeah,
thing
I
is,
hit him.
I said some mean things to Ryan as a cousin.
Yeah, you're a piece of shit for that.
I was
said
mad.
mean
Bro, he dropped you off home.
Here,
You
let-
got lost for 5 hours because of you.
Alright.
You son of a
So,
bitch.
Johnny was a little
That's
fucker.
just
Yeah,
too
here,
much.
here, let Ryan talk.
Yeah, we're on time.
Johnny, you were a little fucker like the whole day, like just kind of
One of his
being a dick.
moods. Yeah.
And
I'm
but it was
familiar.
probably worse than ever. And we went to that party anyway, and things went good for a little bit, and then you got in a fight with Pat and Taz in my car, and
Yeah.
it wouldn't stop. Things were getting broken.
It's been a
So that's why I had to end it.
Here's why Ryan failed.
What'd you do? Punch him in the face?
Pulled him out of the car.
Broke
and-
that thing,
You
bro.
pulled him out.
Yeah, he
Doesn't
dragged
matter. It doesn't matter though. Still a sign of friendship. He was going to take me home.
After he
You know what I
beat-
mean?
yeah.
He almost left you.
He beat my ass,
but-
and then he put me back in the car and drove me home.
No, but dude, believe me.
That's exactly what he
But
tried
here's
to
what
do.
happens. Ryan's mad, and when Ryan drives mad,
Oh.
problems occur.
I've been to one.
That
where-
one wasn't because of that though.
Yeah, but that's still what I meant.
What the fuck?
It was
So
that
anyways,
kind of weather. I was
explain.
going 10
We
miles an
crash
hour.
into a ditch.
And
If
I
I
go
remember
in the
this
ditch.
correctly, we crash into a ditch. We get out, and then we crash again.
No way.
And then
Yeah, it
we're
was that bad of weather.
Yeah,
Nick. I was going like 10 miles an hour.
and then we're
guys should've
stuck in
just
the middle of the
hunkered down.
country.
Nowhere, dude. It was.
I
so
barely
bad.
have anything on, dude.
And
I
here's the
literally
thing.
felt like we were gonna die.
Guys, here's the thing about. I don't know if you've ever been to Iowa, but
This was the
if you're
teenage
in the
moment of your
countryside
death
in
from
the
the
middle of
dude.
winter, you could actually
Sorry.
die because the wind
No,
just
you've
comes.
seen you've heard the story of me and Matthew getting stuck in the blizzard, right?
We'll tell that next.
Oh
we'll
my
tell
God.
that. But the wind just comes down and it's like. It actually sounds like that,
It's
like out of a
rolling
movie,
issue,
and you're
bro.
like,
We sent someone to go to. Didn't we send someone to like go get help?
No,
we had that moment.
We were all fucked up and we couldn't find a.
I wasn't
the
going
house
anywhere.
that
I
we were
hated
at
you all.
even.
I hated
I hated you the
everyone.
most, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, we walked up to this house that we thought was the house that we were at, and at 3 in the morning, there just happened to be 2 guys in their truck sitting there,
Yeah.
about to leave, like in their like 40s or something. And we're just like, hey, can you help us find this place? We went in the ditch.
I don't know who it was that asked
yeah.
me this. They're like, "Are you gonna come help?" And I had just gotten hit by multiple people, and I was like, "Fuck you!" I know I had to get out at some point, but someone asked me. I think it might have been Ryan, but I wasn't. I'm not sure,
You.
dude. But I just remember being like, "Fuck you!" Like with this fucking venom.
I'm not giving you
And
that.
you're not.
like I was so mad that we were fucked in this situation after
You
getting
wanna
hit
wear that?
multiple
Hold
times.
on.
Like, it was the worst thing I ever did. And then we go back to the party, and everyone has to explain how I'm pissed at everyone because I said some shit, and then a fight started, and everyone beat the fuck out of me, and then we got stuck in the fucking
Everybody
blizzard,
too.
and we go back to the end of the party. It was a very crazy moment in life. It was.
I wish I could just talk some Vikings football with Pat, because me and him were the only ones that had some like deep, in-depth Vikings talk, which was sweet. Just endless talks about sports. I remember, dude, he would tell us all about his like NCAA.
Straight up, like,
But
I don't even know what you just did. There's a name for it, though.
Color to that.
I'll basically miss Pat from every day I live on.
Cheers.
Everyone's like literally, it's fucking Patrick.
Go get a beer. And then,
You know, I don't like this thing
Dude,
having
I'm
like
toasting water,
right by my
man.
face.
no, well, so just since where you're sitting's kind of fucking funky,
No, it's fine.
if I push it over here, make sure you talk into it because you'll have to, because it picks up sound from right here. So,
Well-
yeah.
I don't know, man.
Anyone else got a fun Pat story? I know he saved your life.
Hey, I do have a.
What do you got?
Let Connor talk,
Yeah,
though. I
what?
feel like Connor hasn't said a good story.
Connor's
It's your turn.
Connor's
No,
getting
it's
it's
Dylan.
Connor's turn.
So, a little info about Connor here. He's a reformed man, but he used to like to have a lot of fun. Now he has more wholesome fun. Scoot in here, bud. Scoot in here.
You know that's just our friend who's giving you shit the entire time.
We love you, dude. We make first off, let it be known that Connor is like We got some handsome friends in the group, but I'm the most attracted to Connor.
Yeah, this is really faggot-like, by the way.
I literally was like, down to Matthew being
Excuse you?
Matt, you and I are in love. That's different. This is more of a
God, you guys are
I just have
Purely
to, I just have to
purely
legally
physical.
own him.
No,
He's
don't
in
we-
love, but
no!
I just have to legally own him.
No,
You get the will.
I get everything.
This
You
is
get
a
the love
financial
and I get
transaction.
everything.
Yeah.
Oh, you get.
I don't know if you want to. I don't know if. Well,
I don't really want to share the story in the woods because
No, dude.
Okay, so I was intrigued, and then he said story in the woods.
We all know the story, dude.
Yeah.
I don't, but it's fine.
We know the
Can we
story.
How many
censor it?
stories in woods?
Nah.
Was that the Ice 101?
I don't want to like.
That was the Ice 101.
Well,
This is
let
a
him talk, let him
50-year
talk. What's
story.
up?
I don't know
Yeah.
about
It's
it.
necessarily. It's not a story that I'm very grateful about.
Yeah. that you.
But
Yeah.
the thing is it explain it
It's a
shows
group
the
of-
character of
happens.
Patrick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, Patrick, like, he was a good friend to all of us, but to a lot of us, especially just a few of us, I'd say all of us, he was more or less than a brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was.
And I could say like almost all of us sitting here, you know, would do or die for any one of the other ones, and Pat was one of those guys.
Yeah, he would do any.
100%.
Like, if
And,
you were in trouble,
For sure.
So we don't need to talk about what happened
You don't have to go into
beforehand, but
details.
basically, like,
Let's
I
say
was
you were.
completely incapable of walking.
He was. He was very sick to the point of being an invalid,
Allegedly.
allegedly.
And it was to the point to where
We can't
my
prove
good
anything.
friends, right, sitting here around me, should have probably taken me to the hospital, but instead they sat there and looked at me for about 3 hours, I think. I don't know.
That's because.
You know what? I was a major part of this moment.
I don't.
And
The thing is, I was in the same boat
kept telling
with
us
Connor
to
that
get
night.
away, like, yelling
Yeah,
at us to
I'm
get away.
ashamed of all of you. I'm mad at you all.
What?
Don't leave him sitting there by himself.
Callie was singing
I
great
wasn't there for
songs in the
this.
chorus.
I wasn't there
I
for this.
was.
No,
When
you were
was
not.
this? When did
You were not involved in our
This was
lifestyle.
like, yeah, no, this was pre-Callie.
this is a long time
This was
ago.
like.
But anyway, so to round
It was beyond that.
to round the story up, this story just shows
You
what
and
kind
your
of guy
sophomore, I'd
Patrick
say.
was. Connor was very sick,
including Johnny.
and they were in the woods, and they were probably
Yes,
gonna
I was just.
they were probably gonna die out there, be eaten by coyotes and raccoons and shit. And it was that bad.
It was not
the way you
bad.
guys tell the story.
You weren't even there. That's the thing.
I know, but in my mind, I'm making it that bad because that's how I want to remember it.
But it was not
He's
that
a
bad.
writer.
It was
Leave
that
him
bad.
be.
I know. He's over.
Never. Let me explain something to you. Never ruin a good story with the truth ever.
Yeah.
Don't ever do that. You fucking make it as grandiose as you can, without completely lying. Anyway, Patrick literally. If you guys have seen the movie Superbad, Patrick literally carried Connor
Probably a mile.
a mile
Yeah.
because Patrick was this big ass motherfucker, and he just carried Connor all the way to his house,
And
and,
Connor's
then
like little
Dude,
nothing.
Connor, I remember that.
and
Well,
then
Connor's not little, but
and then nursed Connor back
That
to
was
health.
terrible.
he's just very skinny.
I've never been that sick in my life.
Yeah, I don't
Because I'm pretty sure didn't I stay at your house and I woke
You
up?
probably did, yeah.
His mom probably even remembers because I came home and she's like, "What's wrong with him? If he's sick, he needs to go home." Because I lived only like a block away,
Like,
if that.
You live like 200
And
feet
Pat's
away.
like, "He's sick. I'm gonna take care of him." Shuts the door.
Yeah.
Gives
Yeah.
me Tylenol. And as soon as
Yeah.
I lay down, I
Pat
woke up,
weirdly
like, 12
stood
hours
up for the
later.
group and was like, "That's
Yeah.
Stan."
Yeah.
He was like an ambassador. Wait, if you really
Yeah, he is. Yeah, we're sorry, Laura, for all the hard times we gave you at your house.
no, but believe me, it was innocent
So,
fun.
I mean,
yeah,
It all happened.
I'm not gonna lie.
You
I
know
was
what?
afraid the
High
story
school
would come
fun.
up.
Don't worry, dude. Here's the thing. Anyone that's
these stories
gonna
need to come up.
they need to come up because you know what? We had a lot of wild times and probably did things we shouldn't. But you know what? We were a bunch of young men learning about life, and we were all friends, and we all learned from lessons. And you know what?
Yeah.
We're all fucking good guys now.
Yeah.
Fucking. You
I wouldn't
are
change
married
anything,
to one of my best friends as well. You guys are both my best friends. Matt and Callie are married. They have a nice life. I'll get to you. You're on the other side of the terrace. Shut the fuck up. Taz fucking
You're the
works hard.
problem.
He's getting his shit together. His life's coming together. Ryan's a fucking tattoo artist. Let me say this about Ryan. That makes me so fucking happy because nothing bad about your parents, but I know they wanted you to live a life that was very like.
Not bad.
He was supposed to work on Wall
You're
Street.
so artistic, and it suits you so well.
Yeah.
And to see you coming into like doing tattoo art, I've said this to you 100 times, but it makes me so fucking happy that you're living a life that's like your own fucking choice. That's awesome. Connor, I'm fucking happy we don't see eye to eye on a lot of stuff, but you know, like just look at him for a minute. Look at the camera.
He got the hots for you, bro. I swear to God, bro.
Shut up.
He was talking so gay about you last night, bro. He was like, he's one of the most attractive guys we
It
got.
wasn't that gay.
Bro, it was gay, dude. I was scared.
It was gay to your standards.
Taz is apparently the
I just said that he was handsome and I'm the most attractive.
Yeah, that's gay as fuck.
Because he's got the nice dark hair. Anyway, shut the fuck up.
Why are you the expert on this, Taz?
I'm not. No. I'm saying this.
Hey,
is
you're
really gay.
getting really upset.
I am.
All right, but no, Connor wasn't around for a while because he went out and did his own thing and like got his life together for and we're kind of been reconnecting recently. And the thing about Connor is he's just got like a fucking
I miss you guys.
very gentle spirit. Don't you think?
Does, yeah.
He's like a
He does have a very
butterfly in
gentle
this.
spirit.
Just like
Did I ever tell you about the first time I met Connor?
Tell me that story in 1 second.
You had a crush on him.
Oh, everybody did.
Who does-
Exactly. I
No, okay, no,
What are you
but
saying?
we had to tell you this. Oh my God!
All right, tell us story. Tell us.
No.
Hey, shut up.
Everyone shut
So
your fuck.
Connor, most of you guys are at
sure you're
least a
talking
year
about-
older than me, or 2 years older than me. So freshman year, second semester, Spanish class. Connor's in my Spanish class.
And he was so handsome.
Okay, but I had to sit.
You're
I think
so
I sat
ugly,
in front
Connor.
of you.
It's unreal.
He has an age.
I either sat in
let her
front of
talk,
you.
let her
I
talk.
either sat in front of you or behind you. And I remember so many of the girls being like, "You get to sit by Connor Washington."
How
Not
does he
fair.
smell?
No, but here was the
He smelled-
best part.
he smelled
We're in
fucking good, dude.
Spanish. We're in Spanish, and he either turned around or like bumped me or something. He was
That's
like,
getting pissed.
"How do you say blue again?"
Yeah,
ask
for
me
the people
all the
that
time.
don't know, I'm not very good with Spanish. I took it 3 times.
Yeah, it was great. I helped you, man.
Jesus.
I was like,
It's really not that hard,
It's a
but I
suit.
mean,
I was never mad at you asking me. I literally helped you through several tests. I think.
obviously you didn't help me enough, but
Hey, man, I only had you for a
I'm just
semester,
kidding.
man. I only
Yeah.
had you for 1 semester. I just remember being like, "It's azul," and you were like, "Thanks,
you.
man."
I never forgot that. I remember that.
Remember?
Yeah.
Matt's just like.
Yeah, no, and then I
Matt's
met
just
Matt.
like, are you giving my wife fuck me eyes?
Matt's
No, but
getting
then I
mad.
mean
He's getting mad.
Here's the thing about Connor though, too. Look at him. He has fuck me eyes. You see what I'm saying? Look at him, dude. Look at
Yeah.
him.
Matt,
Honestly,
I feel like
leave him
he's being
alone, guys.
objectified. Leave
I'm
him alone.
sorry. Yeah, I don't mean to
Stop
make
objectifying
you
that
a sex
man.
object.
Leave him
But I
alone.
just remember meeting Matt for
You know,
the first
they're
time, and then he was like friends with. You were friends with. And I was like, "You're friends with Connor Washington? I remember him. He sat by me in Spanish."
And then you wanted to be.
Okay, so I want to.
I remember
Sexy.
Connor.
And then
I sat by you.
I don't know what we were doing, but I was just kind of talking with my friends here. And then we got Johnny here, and he's a real fucking dirtbag. But he's like, you guys are all brothers. You guys are all brothers to me. Well, dude, I fucking live with you, so you're a goddamn dirtbag to me. You're always in my fucking space. You're always on my fucking computer and this and that. But Johnny, it's cool because
But who knows
he's
who
got,
won
dude,
it?
he's got the sharpest mind ever. Like, people tell me, oh, you know so much about politics. Thanks for keeping me informed. This is it. I got fucking CNN in my living room every day. Like, I come down and he's just like, did you know this and that and this happened and then they're fucking us in the ass and this way? And I'm like, I've been up for 10 minutes, but now I do. So but Johnny's fucking super sharp, and he's gonna take off one day.
Yeah.
And I'm glad he's doing this podcast.
Goddamn right.
Going to the moon.
You're going to your good co-host. And then we got fucking Connor here. Connor, you know what? Connor, this is Connor White. Connor Washington's over here.
He is white.
Connor White is a more recent friend in our lives. We've been friends how many years now?
All of them.
4?
All of them.
4 years? 4 years or so?
Probably 5. That's what I remember.
Anyway, but he's a good dude, always makes me laugh, and I like what he's doing. He's doing music, he's been jamming out for us, and he makes really fucking badass guitars. If he ever gets a website and ever starts doing his thing where he does
Contraband Productions, Facebook.
Contraband
Like
Productions
that.
on Facebook, if you ever get to a
Trademark.
point where you have enough time and energy to do commissioned guitars, that'd be fucking awesome. So,
And let's start off with the Mountain Life, alright?
No.
Mountain Life.
Don't bring that back.
What? I don't know what that is.
No,
even.
don't perpetuate it. I don't want it.
All right, let's not.
I dealt with him for forever. Don't perpetuate it.
So why not?
Forever because
You-
it's in
What?
You should know about the
I know.
Mountain
I'm
Life
so
after
mad about it.
coming back
Don't.
from vacation.
No,
right?
No.
don't tell the story. I don't want it because people will find it and people will tell me Mountain Life all the time, and I'll be like,
I think the problem is Matt went and lived with the fucking
In the mountain,
elite.
dude.
Yeah, you got to live on the mountain with the
When you
elites.
start to understand the mountain,
Oh,
Bill Clinton.
oh yeah.
Oh god, can
Yeah.
I exit now?
it's So
I got to food to Bill Clinton. I ain't living with the elites. I got to go.
What are you guys doing? God damn it.
Meanwhile, the people are
Anyway,
suffering.
Who is better? No conditioner is better.
Looking at me.
This one.
Hello, Mr. Clinton. You like a room temperature
salmon.
salmon?
Yes,
Everybody told me that.
Bill Clinton does
wears me out
prefer
a
a
little
late
bit.
lunch with cold salmon. If anyone
Room
knows.
temperature salmon.
Yeah, so we
You
Those
also
like-
get to shake Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
I
It's
like
in the
my
same room as
salmon.
No,
Ruth.
I
temperature.
pulled Ruth Gator Bingham's mic
Oh, you pulled her mic.
her whole
Ooh.
podium away.
Wow, you pretty much know her now, dude.
Yeah, I know.
You were
What's
in the
she
same
like?
room as Kurt Russell, and that's the thing I'm the most mad about.
He did one of these. When I was like,
Oh,
I'm sure.
love Kurt Russell.
Damn, that's nice.
Why was he there?
Because he's awesome.
it was just he was there for like the ideas.
Hey.
class.
Why are the elites whining and dining
I'm gonna
with the
grab these guys.
elites?
Keep talking.
I want to
folks.
know
Keep
why.
everybody entertained.
That's who they relate to. You wouldn't hang out with them.
Connor's an animal, dude.
What are you doing?
Which Connor?
He's an animal.
Which one?
Washington.
Okay, I was like, dude, there's two. Remember, Taz.
Is that?
All right. So what else about Pat? We got any more stories?
Man,
My couch used to look like.
we used to pick him up basically when I got a car, so that would have been
Oh my god.
sophomore year.
That car was trash.
Dude, I love
Oh
that
yeah.
car.
We should talk
The
about
Trooper.
that.
Okay,
A lot
it
of things
I
happened
loved
in that
that car. It
Dude,
was
a
just
lot of
trashed.
things, dude. No, it was not trashed. Okay.
No, it was trashed. As in, the first time I got into it, I looked and saw so many cigarettes.
That wasn't Matt's car. It was all of our cars.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that got us many places.
That tiny little fucking that mini fucking clown car, dude.
Hey,
Things
Trooper.
happened.
Yeah.
it's called the Trooper
You
for
know
a reason.
what?
It's been through like hell and back.
It was.
Yeah, no, you. A
But yeah, he used to pick Pat up every morning and fucking bring him to school and.
He's the one. No, he's got me on cigarettes, and my mom found a pack and threw it away. I was so mad. Yeah, I'm old enough. Like, don't throw my cigarettes away.
And then you started dating me, and I saw you smoke a cigarette, and I got really
So-
mad at you.
I
And you
never,
haven't smoked cigarettes since.
I never really smoked cigarettes, but I randomly was like smoking them once in a while, and I got American Spirits, you know, the Native American ones. And my mom found them, and I was like, "Who cares? They're organic in the Native Americans." And that was like my defense, and she fucking.
What'd she say to
She
that?
was like, "Fuck you," something like that. But it definitely wasn't anything great. But I don't know if she still laughs about it now because it was that my big defense was it was organic.
Yeah, it's still smoking cigarettes, dude. Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah, I remember that car very fondly because like we'd all get off school and then we'd be out and about up to no good, and there would be like this car's like a tiny little car.
But dude, it was a Toyota engine, dude. The thing lasted forever.
It was a little thing, and
It was cheaper.
we had fucking, if not 5 people in there, sometimes 6 and 7 people, and we'd be driving around up to
Laying across here. I remember. All right.
up to
Didn't Johnny get put in the trunk?
Yeah,
We're not gonna talk about the trunk.
we're gonna talk about the trunk, dude. We're gonna talk about the trunk, but yeah, we'd be cruising around town, all these white boys, and then the one Arab, right? Cruising around in this little fucking Cooper that was so jam packed full of people that the back of it would go like,
Yeah, I do.
and we'd be like,
It bottomed
and there was
out.
all these white boys like pounding like hardcore trap music, like first you take 36 ounces of coke,
Yeah.
and then like what's
Then
that?
heat it up.
Yeah, and that's the recipe.
I was not
And we'd all
impressed
just
by
be
the
like
car.
smoking cigarettes, and we were cool as fuck though.
Whatever you
Not
have to
really.
tell yourself.
Yeah.
Also, I want to aim this at Matt quick.
Oh god.
Speaking of that mic a little bit, Matt.
Yeah.
Do you remember the
I'm
moment
gonna
where
stop.
it was me, you, and Pat on a random cart in Hy-Vee parking lot? Was like a 24 pack.
I thought about the other day.
And then Pat grabs it. It ain't been rained on.
24 pack of like.
And then Pat
Red Select.
Pat grabs it to bring it into the car. We're in high school.
Yeah, we're like,
and
all right.
and it all the cans
Oh,
flop out of it. Pat, we scurry to fucking grab as many cans.
He got us most of those beers too.
Yeah, but dude, that's the thing. Like at the time, I had like one beer, and I was like, ugh.
Yeah,
I remember hating beer. I was like, fuck
Yeah,
alcohol.
we went to Zerbles
Beers
after
If
that.
only those days would have lasted.
Beer's disgusting.
More for me, Cal.
Back when
Yeah, good.
Zerbles was like
Popping.
hidden. No,
Yeah.
before it was popping.
Dude.
Before, like when it was still hidden, so you could still be at the front of it. And
I do
nobody was around
feel-
still.
Dude, remember that time we saw like a group of like 20 people like all dressed in black?
Yeah.
Oh wait, nope, we're leaving.
Yeah, dude, they're all in the woods doing
Dude,
weird
I
shit.
remember that. That was
something
fucking
we
really
went to
weird.
school with in our grade.
Dude,
I don't-
I won't forget that
I don't know,
moment, dude.
but it
That
weirded
was
me the
so
fuck
weird.
out because we're all
Yeah.
allegedly something that night.
Whatever that means.
We're just adolescents, you know, having a good old time.
I'm just a teen.
I mean, honestly, I do think Zerbles, when everyone is in here, Zerbles needs to be talked about because Zerbles was
Like
the magical
85,
woods of the high school
our
experience.
whole high
I
school.
never went to Zerbles. I was not a part of this era.
It's because you were
In the garden. That's where
That was the
Wait,
that
the
was
garden,
really hung
The
out.
garden, and you
Wait,
can't even
Zerbles
fully
is the one
explain
that's,
how
like,
secluded
over
it was.
Zerbles
behind
Trail, like you
Layers
followed
stuff?
up north,
It's
it
there,
goes
but
into
it's
Lime
trash.
Creek.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah,
it was
Zerbles
never
is the one
allowed to
behind the, like,
succeed.
the dog thing now, right?
The dog park.
We actually
Oh,
got
you
it looking
took me
pretty
to the
cool out
entrance
there.
once.
Yeah, but
like,
yeah,
we did a lot of
the
work on
dog
that
park
place.
was
Yeah,
the
but
thing.
Yeah,
people
no, I
came
know.
to
That
bash
was
it.
like
Out of vendettas.
Like that's where we hung out.
So, yeah, so
bullshit
I've still never
relationships.
gone there. I went to like
Damn
Creek
it.
with friends, but I never went to Zerbles. And you took me to the entrance one, and you were like, "I used to go here all the time with my mans."
Yeah. Oh, we did.
Yeah, we did.
It was a lot different.
Why did you say it like that? Oh,
Be-
we did.
Because, like, dude, Zerbles was a way into nature, dude.
It was in Wavescape too, so
in
it's
our-
like,
yeah.
we didn't have to hang out at like someone's house like with parents or whatever. So we just went there. It was like our own hangout. Like you see,
It was nice.
I just cruised back roads.
we did that
It's a
too.
little more hidden in a park too. So
Yeah, it was like you could
That
get
or
out.
I'd be at
And-
East Park.
We go
There's a
golf. We
mystery
go
out
like
there
just
until
golf
we
in there. We
discovered
just
it all,
like
you know?
we would just
Like-
play football out there, just walk around. We'd have frisbees and
Now, I must say, some of the better woods I've ever been to is Decorah. When we did our little camping trip,
oh yes,
that was a very fun time. The Decorah. I would love to
Pat
explore.
came for that one.
Yeah. He was actually mad he wasn't able to come.
Yeah.
So.
remember that haunted mansion out in the country somewhere? What was that?
Oh my goodness.
That like
Gaylord
3 or
Mansion?
4.
Gaylord Mansion.
Well, that was
The Lord of the
Remember
Guys.
the other
Been
one.
there?
Yeah.
The
one
bridge
that-
is
3 or
different.
4.
When?
I didn't go out there. All
Stories
these
tall, and then like all
Yeah.
the windows were
Lofty,
broken.
right?
out,
I didn't
had
go
a
there.
barn.
You guys went. I remember the stories. Like almost everything you guys talked about. I'm surprised I haven't been out there.
Oh,
on any of those.
Yeah,
Really?
I can take you.
Yeah, I remember.
I
you
can
guys
take
talking
you.
about
I have a
that.
drone that I can actually fucking
place
like
probably
transfer
isn't standing
cars
anymore.
so anything can be done.
It
Yeah,
was pretty
yeah,
Can you-
yeah,
can you-
I'm
Also, it's like.
I'm
had
afraid of heights
collapsed
so
and
fast.
everything.
Have you ever been on a
So,
plane?
like by now,
Yeah.
it's probably.
I haven't.
just torn.
I
I'm afraid.
love planes. I'm just afraid of heights.
I'm afraid of planes.
So there's like these big.
I love
where it's
planes.
Gorilla, there's these
Well,
big
yeah,
like.
It's like I like
that
cheese,
bridge.
but I don't like
silos
walking.
with
Were you
grain.
there when-
And they took us out
in the
during my
van?
internship. Like one of the first 2 days, they took us out on
Jesus.
silos. And I was
That
like, this
shit
is such
was-
a cool view, but I had to like stay
That
really
was
far
something
back
else.
because it was like messing with me, and I was like, I'm.
Well, you know what actually freaks me out? Not planes, helicopters. Because helicopter crashes seem to just randomly happen.
What do you think
a lot.
it does?
I've never been
A
in
lot of
a,
things, man.
a
I got to
helicopter.
wait.
Helicopters are crazy, dude.
Did you know they were actually
an Apache.
when the helicopters were first created? It was thought to be like they were going to be cars. It was the new car. Then I
So
think,
everybody was gonna have a
Da Vinci
helicopter.
and then I think they quickly realized like, no.
John,
Looking
quick
at
question. Where was the first airplane invented at?
in your mom's house in
No,
the
you
past
dumb
because
son
your
of a
mom
bitch.
is a time traveler.
What the fuck?
How am I?
I was in
don't know.
North Carolina. That's what they call the Wright. I think that's what they call the Wright brothers. I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's why.
What their first
I don't
flight
know.
was like?
Yeah, the first
40
flight- first
was
flight in
was
North
I
Carolina.
wouldn't know
20
because
some
you know what?
seconds.
It's gonna.
You're supposed to
I'll get on a
picture
plane,
it,
but
idiot.
it's gonna be with a bunch of close people to me because that way, like, if I die, that means they died too, and all the close people to me died.
Well, thanks, Johnny. I appreciate that.
That would
like,
be
a
kind of
terrible
epic to
thing
go
to
out
say.
and all.
No,
like,
but I-
Like,
everyone-
dude,
if I
I'm
have
scared-
to die, you're all dying with me.
No, but I'm really scared to
Civil
die.
aviation,
I would rather
civil
take a
aviation.
ship that takes a week longer. I really would.
Flying is so cool.
Yeah.
I read an
flying
article
is
the
the
other
best.
day.
Sure it is.
Flying
No,
is
it's a
nice.
problem.
Associate death
That's the
with
problem.
ourselves. Like we,
Dude, the
we
thing
just,
is, though, I'm weirdly like.
we are dissociated with it.
I
and
just
we, like,
imagine, like,
think about it. It's
I've been
just-
scared
it's
all
just-
my
It
life.
happens to others.
Maybe there's a reason.
Yeah.
I'm
but
scared.
not me.
That makes sense.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think about it happening to me.
Because how pissed would I be
It's
But,
if it
I'll-
starts going down?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna die.
Well, does anyone else have a story about Pat they want to share? Any special memory? Something
I
that
remember
you
the parties.
remember partying with Pat?
We'll be from-
He always fucking just
Partying with Pat is essentially hanging out and
I need to go
drinking
take my
alcohol. Okay,
yeah.
that's what we do. We
Yeah.
drink alcohol.
What?
Alcohol consumption takes place before the age of
Right
20.
now?
I got
Well,
to
here,
go
you know what? We're gonna wrap this up then, all right?
Okay.
Does that sound good to everybody?
Back, so.
All right, so I just want to hang on the music there, bud. Just hang on.
You're telling a musician to shut up.
Just
Yeah, shut your mouth.
Just hang on.
Tell your lyrics
I
apart.
want to say one last thing about Pat. You know, we got a lot of memories with him. We've, you know, some of us have been friends with him in this room for 20 years, and we're gonna miss him a lot. You know, the thing I'll miss about him the most, I think we can all agree, is those big ass fucking hugs
And his laugh, just his.
in his laugh.
Annoying motherfucker.
Annoying as fuck, Pat.
But he
But we missed
We
him.
loved
We
him.
fucking.
I
missed
do
him,
want to
though.
chime in as well.
What do you gotta say?
And I said this also on his, because his mom wanted people to post on his obituary page.
Yeah.
Pat was someone like I've been in contact with him like at least once a week for years. Like he's literally like one of my best friends. Just hanging out with him all the time. I was literally like talking to him right before all this happened. Like really was close to me. And I do like people say he gives you hugs and stuff, and like something that really mattered to me when I was like really sad when my grandpa was like diagnosed with cancer and was like dying. I was really fucking sad about it. Patrick like gave me a hug and it just like cemented our friendship. Like there was something about that, like I always think about it.
Yeah, man.
And he was supposed to always be around. It's weird.
Yeah, Pat was one
I
of
am
these
very
guys.
sad about Pat's death.
All of us in this room, we're gonna be friends 40, 50, 60 years old, you know?
Forever. That
Yeah.
shit forever, infinity, bro. For real. After this, dude, that really brought us together. Because for the fact that one of our guys died, literally just for us. And
Yeah.
salute to that.
Salute.
Salute.
Salute to
For
Patrick.
So, Patrick.
We miss you, bud.
That's the end of it. Salute, everyone.
Over the mic, that's risky, dog.
Yeah, that's alright.
Yeah, it's all right.
I'm gonna miss saying fucking Patrick, like bitching about him.
Fuck you, Patrick.
Patrick, hurry the fuck up.
Yeah.
Patrick,
Oh,
where?
shit.
Pat,
What
where
are you doing, dude?
He was.
Why aren't you here? You said you're gonna be here fucking 20
But
minutes ago.
then,
He
but
said-
then, but then when he
I'm
came
just
out,
impressed with how nice he looked at the wedding.
Yeah, he looked good, huh?
Dude, he
cleaned
was
up.
so clean.
Dude looked
Pat was
dapper.
fresh.
Yeah, he did
He
look
looked
good.
dapper.
yeah, his mom was telling Laura was telling me like, you know, I rarely saw him never dressed up. You know, the only real
Well, dude-
time I can remember was at your wedding. I'm like,
You don't understand. When I
Was
saw
that
Pat
big?
in the
Was that
tux,
big?
I was like, Pat! Dude, I loved it.
he
dude.
was that loyal friend
I'm glad we
that
had that memory.
when
with him.
I was getting a little too sloshed at the end of the wedding, he was
Oh, yeah.
there to help me
Carried you.
carry me up to the room.
bless
He did!
Literally,
Literally, I'm in this huge wedding dress. Like my dress is broken. Oh yeah, FYI, my dress actually broke, and that's why like I was hanging out pretty much the entire time.
Okay.
Like my corset
Oh.
broke the second I got in there. And my best friend
It's
didn't
'cause you're
tell
buxing me.
because otherwise I would have gotten in there and been like, "Oh my god, my dress is broken."
Yeah, she didn't. Yeah.
So she didn't tell me, thank
What?
God. But like, it's the end of the night. Matthew has had too much to drink.
At that point, yes. It was a perfect time.
Too much to drink, and I'm in this huge dress trying to go up these tiny little stairs.
Yeah.
Pat
and
throws
and
my
he's got
arm
him,
over
and
his
he's
shoulder and
taking him up,
I'm just like-
and just taking care of him, and helps him
Dude.
get out of his clothes.
took off my jacket for me. He's like, "Here, let me get that for you."
Yep, and like, literally,
yeah.
Dude, I was like,
Yeah.
let me just
literally
settle the
helped me
thing,
get everything
and-
off
Do
of
those
him and
little
get him
things
his
for you in the
shoes.
time and
That
Yeah.
thing really
Yeah.
means a lot, man.
He literally
It
got me
does.
take off my shoes.
And
Yeah.
I gave him a
yeah.
huge hug and was like,
Same.
"Thank you so much, man." And that's actually the last time I saw him.
Yeah.
That's the last time I saw him. And he
Yeah.
helped me out, and I gave him a big hug.
But
And I was
that
like,
right
"Dude,
there
I don't
in
know what
that
I would do
moment
without
pretty
you."
much encompassed like who he was as a friend.
He takes care of you.
I agree. All right, well, send us out with a little bit of guitar there, brother.
Now that he finally put the
Now
guitar
I
to
can-
Yeah. Now he's had the guitar the whole fucking
Now
time.
I
Turn it up a little bit so the folks
I
can
can't reach my amp, dude.
How do you turn it up?
Don't. It's
Whatever, just.
super
Don't.
sensitive.
But yeah, anyone else have some final words about Pat?
I love you, Pat.
We love you, Pat.
Pat, I'll
Always,
fucking see you
forever,
later, man.
Yeah.
For real, man.
Yeah, where the fuck is he? He's an hour. The podcast is over.
2 hours
That's just like him. All right, guys, let's do one last cheers.
One more.
to Pat.
Hey, this for Pat.
Cheers to Pat.
Salute.
We love
Salute.
you.
Everyone, please.
All right.
Salute.
This has been episode 14 of the Here We Are podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for taking some time to remember our boy Pat. Take it easy, guys. Keep it real. Keep Pat in your hearts. Do a round of applause for Patrick, everybody.
Yes! The rookie!
We love you, Pat. Take it easy, brother. Bye-bye.